We finished up the 45 brilliant foundables. All we have left is to hit some fortresses and go get some formidable foes. I'm Professorvoqas, and this is Harry Potter Wizards Unite.
Hello, Professor. I didn't see you there.
When we left off yesterday, I still had about 6 of the brilliant foundables to get, and certainly got those just even on the way home, and even just around my house they were spawning. So I'm going to go ahead and collect the 45 brilliants for one spell book, which means the only thing we have left now is to finish a wizarding challenge in my highest chamber, which we're about to do in a second, highest unlocked chamber, and then defeat 7 formidable foes in wizarding challenges. So the first thing we're going to do, we'll back out. Let's go to the night bus. Up. Port key. That is another sub goal for today, is port keys. I really want to, we'll open this up in a little bit, and then hopefully replace that with a paramount. And if we don't, we're going to walk and then open up that spot again and try to get a paramount. I'd really like to get that last paramount today at some point, but that's not what we're doing right now. Right now, we're going to the night bus, but our first objective today is to do Dark Chamber 5. So let's go ahead and find a group. All right, just got into a chamber, 3 professors, 1 magic zoologist, 1 auror. So not my ideal mix, but it is a mix we can go with. I'm going to go ahead and shield the auror. Focus was passed, it was just passed to one of the other professors. So I'll go after a werewolf to start things off. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about it. If there happens to be any formidables, that would work out. But I won't fight people over them. I'll take it if it's available, and only if it's something I'm good against. I'm good against this, but you can see it does more damage to me than I do to it. I think I will use a strong extimulo because I never brew them, and I just get them as rewards, so I'm going to use it. Ooh, that was a good critical hit. All right, I ended up getting an invigoration draft, or I used an invigoration draft to cast proficiency because focus was passed, but proficiency never got cast, so we'll see how that goes. So now I'm fighting this dangerous Death Eater, mainly because out of everything, it was all Death Eaters and Dark Wizards, and it was really essentially one of the lowest things I could do. I know, it is a 4-star, but it really was. Everything else was elite 4-star or 5-star, so figure the auror will take some of the bigger things, and us professors will have to fight some of these guys. And like I said, once we've got a shield on and proficiency, you can see he's not doing too much damage to me, so it really just becomes an energy battle. All right, finishing up here on this Fierce Dark Wizard. There was nobody else to fight anything. The auror was doing as much as they could. We may be done, actually. Yeah, there we go. I was like, it's probably going to take me longer than the auror to kill some of these. Oh, I got a wild boar. I only need 20 more. Oh, 1 out of 21. Hey, but that's great, though. I need that wild boar. But more importantly, got my highest chamber done. That went pretty well. I think we had like 4 minutes and something left. I didn't even look at the time. So under special assignments, I'm going to go ahead, win a wizarding challenge, get that spell book. So now I need to do 7 formidable foes in wizarding challenges. I moved around a little mainly to re-max out my energy. Where I was, I'd already used the 1 in there, and there were more ins further around, as well as more energy on the ground once I started moving around this park. This is a smaller park. But once you do some loops, it does replenish its energy pretty quickly, and it has enough ins for me to hit them and just do a loop. So anyway, I'm at full energy. We need 7 formidable foes. As I spoke about in previous videos, my plan is Ruins 5 to Tower 5. I'm going to start in Tower 1 though. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to run Tower 1 5 times. We're going to go through it 5 times and see how many formidable foes we can get. So I'll catch up with you on the other side. After 5 Tower 1, and I was using the Brilliant Event Runestones, by the way, mainly trying to get more nearly Headless Nick pieces, more family experience to get it up to max rank. So for no other reason, just to get that while we're doing this this quest. So anyway, defeat 7 formidable foes in wizarding challenges. I got 4, but I did keep track. I had 5 common foes, I had 4 formidable foes, and then I had 5 imposing. So about an even spread. I'm guessing if I did it over and over, which I'm about to, that I would continue to get those type of numbers. So anyway, I'm going to go back into Tower Chamber 1, probably run it. I'm going to run it as many more times as I need it to get those last 3 formidable, and I'll let you know how many it took me when we get back. 3 chambers later, and I did get those 3 formidable foes, as you just saw, although the first chamber had like a common Acromantula and then an elite common Acromantula, maybe an imposing. Not the elite wasn't opposing. I think maybe the other one was. So no formidable. Then the second chamber actually had 2, and then the third chamber, all tower 1, had 1 more formidable. So averaged out to 1 per. And then if you take the 5 I did before, that if the overall average was I got about 1 per in Tower 1. This is too small of a data set to say, hey, if you do Tower 1, you'll always get 1 formidable foe on average. So in the end, for me, doing Tower 1 9 times got me the 7 formidable foes I needed. But it is RNG. I could have just as well done that and only had 3 at this point, or I might have seen 10, and I would have just kept running them. Eventually, you will hit those formidable foes. My recommendation that was just don't go too low, where the difficulty level is not high enough for you to get them reliably, or go too high. Like the Dark 5 that I just did a little bit ago from a highest chamber, I didn't see a lot of formidable foes at all. It was all fierce and dangerous and imposing. So again, going too high is not going to work. Going so low just means things go quicker. I was going for energy efficiency and for quickness, where I could just run them and run them and run them, and I wasn't waiting for anybody to join my group. Anyway, we're here on the screen. Let's go ahead and collect the reward for that, which is a Dawdle Draft, sorry. And we have completed all the bonus assignments, so we're going to get 2,000 experience, 100 family experience, which will give me a couple rank ups in my Brilliant event page, 5 Defense Against the Dark Arts books, which is fantastic, 1 badge for this Brilliant event, 5 fragments of Slughorn, which you normally get them from port keys, but I haven't walked any port keys, so I'm going to get my 5 fragments here, and we're going to place that image as well, and 30 spell energy. So collect that. Event complete. I have finished first year at Hogwarts Part 2, and that is done. There's nothing else beyond that. But let's go play Slughorn and see what Hermione and Constance Pickering have to say. Time is up to complete the special assignments. As always, Task Force appreciates your efforts to help contain the calamity. But over here on the event registry page, probably a couple rank ups first for that family experience I just got. So rank 62, so I'm 3 rank ups, really 4. Once you get to the third one, you'll be at 65. Got to do 1 more rank up to get that asterisk and kind of max it out. Oh, nice. That's a 3rd rank up. Oh, you know why? I was running those fortresses with the runestones, so that was some nearly headless Nick fragments, got me a little bit more, enough to get me that 3rd rank up. So anyway, you see I have Slughorn here ready to place, so I'm going to place his image. And that's another 1,000 experience and 10 family experience. I never met Professor Slughorn, but I always thought I would have been a perfect candidate for the Slug Club. Although she said she was rubbish at, charms, she was bad at charms. So potions, I was thinking she was bad at potions. If she was bad at charms, maybe she still could have pulled it off. Oh, that's all they got to say about him, so nothing special. Oh wait, there is more when I came back out to the main screen. Well, despite our delightful trip down memory lane, this was some surge. And we're still left with so many questions. I agree, Hermione, I agree. Did Professor Trelawney predict the calamity? Was she referring to grim folly in that prophecy? And is that prophecy even real? We know Grimm can manipulate the calamity, and there's no record of such a prophecy within the ministry. It seems rather odd that he can control what the calamity steals, and he can send messages through it, but he cannot stop it, and he cannot escape wherever it is he is being held. We need to find Grim Folly. Yes, and soon. Didn't give us any more answers that I want, and Hermione there, you saw, she ended up asking another, 5 questions there? We really want some answers to this, Niantic and Portkey Games. Warner Brothers Games, give us some answers to these questions. Let's have some resolution. I know you need to keep the game going, so maybe you can't end the calamity, but you could at least maybe move it along with just us having some answers. We could actually know why it was happening right now, and it could still be going. That would be fine. And then maybe it could take us another year to fight it and actually solve the problem. I mean, Harry Potter knew that Voldemort, and Dumbledore knew that Voldemort was a problem. Even when they figured out that it was the Horcruxes and they needed to find them all, there was plenty of time for movies to happen and subjects for the books. So for us, you could actually give us some answers, but still leave us plenty to do in the game while you figure out how you're going to do things after this calamity ends in the game, which should be interesting. Although I am done with the event, I am here at this park, and while I'm here, I definitely am still going to throw a Barufios on, might throw a tonic on if the spawns aren't looking good, but you can see on my screen right now, pretty good spawns, even some energy out there I'm probably going to pick up in just a second. So I'm going to go ahead and grind a little, and we'll see, because I've actually got, I'm up to 83,000 experience toward 400,000. So I'm almost getting close to a quarter of the way there. I would love to continue to grind up. 46 is the next node I can unlock. So I really want to get to 45 and then go on to 46 from there. Plus, I want to walk off the port key and try to get a Paramount port key today. Finished up my Baruffios, and if we look at my experience, I'm at 126,000. We were at 80,000, so pretty good. You saw the McGonagalls and you saw the Tom Riddles. The McGonagall I saw in the wild, didn't put a tonic on, threw a trace charm. She cloned herself, got both of those, and then got all those Tom Riddles off of that. And then you saw some of the other things I got. Some nothing too exciting, just some normal high and very high threat foundables. Anyway, I do want to go to the registry and show you, in Care of Magical Creatures, that Firenze I got. You saw that. On this page, I need that puffskin. You can see that. I still need a bunch of those. That's from Fortress. And then I also need the Firenze. But I'm going to go ahead and place the Firenze image now, so that now if I run Fortresses with Care of Magical Creatures runestones, if I can build up the puffskins, then I can get myself to prestiging this page. Going over to the event, let's see if it happens right now. I think this might be it. There it is, rank 65. So not quite done yet, because I need to go through it one more time to get the actual max rank reached, but we'll get there. Over here at Port Keys, you may notice that I do have a Paramount port key that is currently brewing. When that finishes, I will have 10 Paramount port keys to open. We're gonna do that at Baruffios. That'll probably be in tomorrow's video. So placing that Firenze, the last thing I have left is the puffskin on this page, which is from Fortresses. So I can run Fortresses, which I could actually get the Hagrid's Hut from that too, which you can see on this page. I need more than the Hagrid's Hut, but still could be useful to get those fragments, and then the puffskin on this page would help me actually prestige this page. So, Firenze, getting it good. So let me back out and let's go to the September Wizarding Weekend, which again, this is not till Friday, September 4th through September 7th. So we've got a little bit of time, and I'll put a guide out for this once the tasks are out. But one thing I want to just talk about when I see something like this, kind of my thought process. I looked and it says increased sightings of Billywig, Branch of Bowtruckles, Alchemy Eggs, Unicorn, and Newt Scamander foundables on the map, and from Tonic from Trace Detection. So I immediately go to the registry when I see this. And I've already looked this over, and the only page that struck my mind as I looked through is this page here, because Newt, the Unicorn, and the Alchemy Eggs, all three of them are foundables you would find on the map. So if I'm getting all three of those, it means I would just need the other two foundables. And the other two foundables on this page are the Thunderbird, you can see there, and then the Alchemy itself. Both of them are from Fortresses. So in other words, as we're going through these, if we're getting those three foundables, the only thing we would need to prestige this page is to get the other two. The other two are available from Fortresses. During the event, they're not going to be boosted or anything like that. So in advance of the weekend, for me at least, you can see I'm already green start on two of them. If I can at least get these guys up and prestige to the next page, then I can actually really be starting to work on getting those fragments once I hit silver. So again, three of the fragments that are going to be appearing, three of the traces that are going to be appearing, are ones that are going to be increased for this event, and the other two are Fortresses, which I can specifically use Magizoology runestones and go in and do those to try to get those fragments, which is my plan in the next week, is to get those fragments. Now granted, that's 28, but as much as I can do, it'll at least get me closer so that I can hopefully prestige this page when I get those Alchemy Eggs, because that's the only thing you're not green starred on this page. I can prestige, which means Newt, the Unicorn, and the Alchemy Eggs, I can start getting fragments on the silver page instead of just running them through on the bronze page. As you can see, it's getting pretty dark out, so we are going to call it a day. Pretty productive. Got that Paramount port key that I've been waiting for so long. Got a good chunk of experience, and then was able to finish up the event by running the fortress and getting those formidable foes. All that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Nox.